Okay, if I was going to pick two now, I would say it will be Leicester Tigers and Northampton Saints. And why? Because I think Saints have probably got the most balanced squad. Leicester were missing a few players in vital positions last year at crucial times, and they've strengthened their squad in those positions, and therefore they're yet again a force to be reckoned with. Stephen Myler is the most important player, as we saw last year. They lost him, I think, for 4 games with, was it a knee or a hamstring? And they almost crumbled, actually. They almost dropped out of contention. He just holds them together. He's like a glue. 2 years ago, I just didn't think he was an international class player. Having seen the way he performed last year, the control he played with, the physicality that he had, makes me think differently. Ben Youngs is an interesting player for me this year. He played pretty damn well down in New Zealand in that first test, and I'd like to see him back to his best, because at his best I still think he's the best 9 in the league, in the Northern Hemisphere. The two teams, if I was just going to go purely on sort of instinct, Saracens will obviously be in the top 4. Yeah. Because that home record that they've got, that pitch really helps them a lot, and they've got a great squad and a great atmosphere. And then the other position, I sort of want to say Gloucester. I think if Humphreys has had enough time, they'll finish in the top 4. He'll be named coach of the season, and he will have taken Gloucester from what was abysmal last year to where they should be. Afoe is the best signing. I think most players, most coaches, most spectators will say that. He will give them a hardened edge up front, and that's something that they've potentially lacked. I think the pressure this year, and the sort of surprising pressure, will be Exeter and Sale. I think Sale need a good start. If they don't get off to a really good start, they don't get 3 wins out of their first 6, the pressure will be felt, just because of how their ecosystem is as a club. They apply pressure to one another, and if you don't win, it can get quite claustrophobic. So I think it could be difficult for Sale, and the same for Exeter. They seem to have just stalled a little bit in the last 2 years. They haven't signed that many players. They haven't brought many big names in. So it's going to be a difficult job for Baxter down there, I think.